What's up, guys, and welcome to Cam's Retro Gaming. Thanks again for watching. It's great to see you guys. It's Sunday, and I think I'm going to be doing a video every Sunday. I think it's just a fun thing to do, and we'll see how it works. So first off, this video is going to be about strategy guides, but I think for every video, I'll kind of talk about maybe what I'm playing, any current pickups. Granted, I only have a few things, but then I'll go into the main topic. So. Currently playing Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Been playing it for, I guess, about a month now. This is the last of the, let's see, I've beaten all the advanced, the GBA Castlevanias, and this is the last of the DS Castlevanias I need to complete. So, but I'm kind of taking my time with it. It's really fun. Not sure which one I like the best, but enjoying this one a lot. So what kind of got me in the discussion for strategy guides is I picked up a couple of strategy guides. So there's a local place here in Nashville I go to about once a week. And if I see a strategy guide of a game I either plan on playing or have played and have fond memories of, I'll pick it up if it's not a ridiculous expense, which some of these are. But I did pick up Final Fantasy Tactics, the strategy guide. And I have not played this game, at least not to completion. So I plan on using this. I also grabbed the Final Fantasy Chronicles strategy guide, which also has Final Fantasy 5 or 4. So this is the PlayStation version, but I got this because I'm about halfway through Chrono Trigger. I've played, about to the same point of this game numerous times in my life, but this will maybe help me actually get back into it. So this is a lot cheaper than finding the original Chrono Trigger guide. So I know these games are different as far as the PS1 version, and then the Super Nintendo version, which I am playing. But I think that the general kind of layout and points of the story should be the same. And finally, for pickups. My buddy Jason Heine will cringe seeing I still have the price tag on it, but he'll be happy that I picked up Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast for the PSP. I think that's a pretty good deal for this game. I think it usually goes for above 30, but this game needs no introduction, and I do like the PSP, and I do like Outrun, so it was a no-brainer. All right, so we're here for strategy guides. So I have my guide collection right here. It's pretty eclectic. There's a lot of individual game strategy guides and also guides that kind of just cover like a console, which I think are pretty fun. So we'll just start with the stack. All right. Completely random and out of order. So we have the 3DO game guide. I have not really looked at this, but I guess it's just strategies for 3DO games. I'm a big 3DO fan, so this was a no-brainer. See, Legend of Dragoon. I have not played this yet, but I do plan to, so this is one I picked up to actually use. Same with Zelda Oracle of Seasons. I have both these games. I might have got both of them at a flea market, or at least one of them, which was a ridiculous deal, but for the Game Boy Color. But I was kind of Zelda'd out. I played a whole bunch of Zelda games back to back, so but I'll be getting into this at some point. Dino Crisis. I think I rented this game originally on the PlayStation 1, but I plan on playing this at some point too. So Wolfenstein for the PS3. I'm a big fan of the series, just the Wolfenstein games in general. And by the time I got this guide, I think I'd already beaten the game. But it was only a couple bucks, and I have fond memories of this game. I mean, it's a cool game, and I probably won't play this again, but if I want to ever kind of look back, I'll just kind of check out the guide and reminisce. So, also have Phantom Hourglass. I'm not sure if I will end up playing these games. I tried this out. The control scheme just really turned me off, but I'll give it a shot. And if I like it, I'll use it. If not, I'll get rid of it. Resident Evil Director's Cut. So another you'll see a pattern here. There are a lot of games I started at some point but never finished. So I played through Resident Evil 2 on the PS1 back in the day, but never finished Director's Cut. But these games are very challenging to me as far as the controls, and I get really frustrated, and they're kind of scary. Final Fantasy VII, I actually had this on PC, which apparently is rare. Never finished it, but I figured I will at some point. And this Dragon Quest 8 guide came with the game, or at least I purchased them together. So this looks like a pretty huge game. So we'll see. I've never played a Dragon Quest game, so that will be for the future. Okay, what else we got here? Another 3DO game, or 3DO manual. I got this one and the one behind it when I purchased my latest sort of 3DO. I sold my original growing up, had as a kid 3DO a long time ago and got back into it. And the guy sold me these guys with it. So that's kind of cool. Mortal Kombat 2. I purchased this because, I mean, I love Mortal Kombat games, and just this artwork is just really cool. And, you know, all the moves, etc. A no-brainer. Plus it covers Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Gear, and Game Boy. And apparently there's tattoos inside, which I may not have. So funny story about this one. I actually used this to complete Myst on the Sega, might have been the 3DO or Saturn. I can't remember what console I played this on, but I played through the whole game, and I don't know how anybody could have figured this out on their own, let alone being a kid and doing it. So maybe I'm stupid, but there's some of the stuff is kind of cryptic. So at least for me. So I bought this big PlayStation book, just because it has strategies on like a ton of games. So it's kind of interesting to kind of look through. So I've never seen this before too, and it's only $15.95. Okay, sorry, this is kind of like guerrilla style videographer, but this is how we do it here. So I found this Vi Sega CD strategy guide, which I believe is probably super rare, but for the Sega CD, one day I may actually play this game all the way through. Here's one of those kind of compilation game guides for the Super Nintendo, apparently the fourth in the series. That's cool. And if I ever have the patience to play another Myst game, I have a guide for Riven, and then for Myst 3. So, but no promises. So next is a special one. I've had this since I was a kid, since it was probably still purchasable in stores. Final Fantasy III, the Player's Guide, which is one of the games that means the most to me. I traded, though this was relevant and current at the time, I traded a copy of NHL Hockey for the Game Gear, which was new, for this and for the actual game itself for my cousin. And I think I obviously, in retrospect, I made out like a bandit. So, but yeah, this is one of the relics that I've actually kept from my childhood. And amazing art. What an incredible game. Okay, some more guides here. Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. What a great game! I actually beat this before I got the guide, unfortunately, but cool to have it as a sort of keepsake. I'm not sure if I even have this game. I have the first Golden Sun, which I've kind of started, but in case I buy the Lost Age for GBA, I'll have it. Metroid Prime. This game was very frustrating to me. I never finished it. I got to a certain point, and the boss I just got so frustrated. But I have the guide for me to suck at. Mario Sunshine. I haven't played this one yet, but have the guide. You gotta love Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which I have on both the Dreamcast and the N64. I love this game. Super underrated. And these are really fun. A Game Boy Player's Guide. I just love this cover, and it goes to all the Game Boy games. and has, at least up to that point, like a sort of a review on a whole bunch of Game Boy games in the back. So that's really cool, being a Game Boy fan. And here's the NES Game Atlas, and just super cool. These are all published by Nintendo Power, I think. And then the Super Game Boy guide, same kind of thing, just kind of cool to have. And lastly, we have these smaller format books. I got all these really cheap, so they're fun. We have the Nintendo Volume 2 Game Strategies. This is unique because it's Sega CD and Genesis Guide, Genesis Guide Volume 2, Nintendo Game Boy Secrets, very nice. Then we have the complete Sega solution for Sega Master System and Mega Drive games. This may be from Europe or something, because I don't have a Mega Drive. Then we have the Sega Genesis Secrets. This is the first volume. We have the Game Boy Volume 2 Secrets. And then lastly, I don't even know why I have this, but it's kind of cool. It was a few bucks. I bought it in 2022. But totally unauthorized Donkey Kong Country 2 Pocket Guide for Diddy's Conquest. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching the video, and I'd like to know what you guys are playing. Also, what strategy guides do you have? Is this something you try to track down, or you're not really into it? I know you can find a lot of this information online, which I also do use sometimes. So anyway, guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again next week.